Hello, hello, hello. Oh, my voice is so froggy. Oh, mate. What's up, people? What's up, what's up, what's up? It's Annie, aka the Noctrader, your friendly neighbor swing trader. Back. Swing trader. Sorry. Slam my words. Back again with another video. Another live stream. Back at it again. Did a lot of recording today, so got some great videos coming out for you the next couple of days. I've got a review video for eToro. Got a couple more other videos. I'm trying to film more on Sundays because I've been slacking with some of my midweek filming. But yeah, expect some decent videos coming out in the next couple of days. I'm just kind of buying time as I see if people want to come on the chat. Can you message me in the live chat to let me know you're there? Got a couple people that have logged in, but I just want to make sure that there's some sort of interaction before I hit the ground running. Yeah, just drop me a hi, drop me a hello, anything. Just let me know you're there, and then we'll get this show on the road. Before I carry on, I've got a Discord group called Pip Talk. I closed it by accident. I've got a Discord group called Pip Talk that I run with infant investors. Got about 400 people on there. It's got a trade, it's got investment and the investing and a trading floor. Trading floor, we discuss stuff to do with trading. I've actually we got a watch list area where people post their watch lists and some of their trades and stuff like that. So we just all share best practices on trading. We've also got a 50k challenge. So I started a 50k challenge series where I start with 50k, 5k on my demo account. It's my demo account, by the way, not my live account. But I'm treating it like a real account, and I show you all the trades I'm making over time. You can see how I build up my account, or in this case, lose money. Like I'm losing money right now. Alert stillness. What's up? How you doing? All right. Okay, enough stalling. Let me get into it. There's enough people. Got 4 people or so. But yeah, everyone else, just say hi, drop a message, let me know what stocks you're in or what stocks you want me to review in the live chat section on the right hand side, and I'll get this video going. All right, so first one I'll look at is gold. Always believe in you. Oh yeah. All right, so gold looks like it's gonna continue climbing. That yellow line is what I drew when gold was at 1488. It's currently nearly pushing 1600. I think it's going to carry on going up. As you can see here, this Fibonacci, it's respecting this Fibonacci. It broke up to here, retraced back down to the 1450 point, which was also the 38.2 level on the Fibonacci. So if you draw Fibonacci from 1264 up until the previous high of 1554, it retraced back down to the 38.2 level, and now it's climbing. So the next level I saw as a level to take profit, if you had gone along, would be to take profit at 1636. So right now price looks like it's gearing up to climb some more again. MACD is at a beautiful shape. The shape here that the MACD is giving me is a shape that's given us before. When it makes a really big high, but then it kind of, I don't know how to describe it. You just have to get a feel for the MACD after trading it a lot of times. I can get a feel of how it's going to move just based off of just years of experience, basically. So whenever I see the shape, it's like a little roller coaster. It's climbing up, and then it comes back down, but it's coming down at a slower pace, and it keeps retracing here. It looks like it's winding up for another big bump. And when it climbed up here, this climb up here saw a climb of about 120 pips in 12 days. So I'm expecting the same thing to happen here. I can expect it to go, it doesn't necessarily have to go 120 pips, but I'm expecting a big move to the upside here, because that's what it did here. It just went sideways for quite some time, and that's what this bit was. And then once it broke out, once it crossed over, that's when it shot up. So, and I'm believing it's going to do the same thing here again today. Well, not today, but I believe this is when it's going to happen soon. It's going to climb up here. Wagwan, Humphrey. What's up, Humphrey? How about Centrica? Is it a falling knife? Is it value? Safe store, please look into that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna look into both of those in a second. Let me just cover a couple of. Let me go through yours first. Actually, forget it. Let me not just cover mine. Let me go through you guys ones first. So Centrica, Humphrey wants me to look at Centrica. Actually, no. Alert wants me to look at Centrica. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, Centrica. Oh, what's going on there? Yeah, selling off. Yeah, let's look at it from the weekly chart first. Let's get a better look at what's going on. So yeah, Centrica's selling off. It's been selling off forever. This yeah, this stock is yeah, it's been selling off for quite some time. It's made a big move already. As you let me see if there's any. So it's been selling off for quite some time. Once again, I've said this before, I'll say it again. My issue is I hate entering a position. Like the 180 simple moving average curving down was probably the first indicator that it was gonna continue selling off. I would try and find some support and resistance lines. To be honest, about that one. This could be a potential line. Don't know. This could be a potential line. Let's see if there's any other. It's been selling off for quite some time. The 180 simple moving average looks like it hasn't got any. There's no sign of it letting up. To be honest, based off of what I'm seeing here, I wouldn't. There's not really much that's giving me an indication of where it was going to reverse. But it looked like it was going to reverse. But because it's sold off already quite a bit, it's like a race to zero. Really, it's like I'll have to look at the fundamentals. Cause for a stock to be selling off so consistently from about 2013, from 2013 to now, it's been selling off. So this goes more than technicals. This is 6 years of selling off. There's something intrinsically wrong with this company. There's some issues here. So you have to probably look at the fundamentals to trade this. I wouldn't want to trade this right now because already it's made a big move to the downside. I don't like to jump in on the trade when it's already made a big move already, because most of the time it's either likely for a retracement or you missed half the move anyway. I like to catch a swing just as it's about to reverse. So I'd like to be like the guy here or here or here, rather than the guy catching the trade here. Because if you get FOMO and you see it making a big move to the downside, really you're either catching only the small part of the rest of the profit, or you're probably going to catch it as it's about to reverse. So while this is a good stock in terms of a short, the timing isn't best for me because it's already made a big move on Friday. So let me know what your thoughts are on Centrica Alert. I don't know how you want to play this one. If you want to short it, I'd say you kind of missed a bit of the move already. I'm very harsh myself in terms of when I want to enter a short. But yeah, let me know what you think. Like, this was a good indicator that this might have been a short anyway. The MACD and the RSI both curving down. But once again, if you missed the move, you missed the move. It's kind of one of those things. Don't chase the trade. Okay, let me look at Safe Store. Safe Store. Looking good at the moment. Safe Store. It says Safe Store's looking good. In what capacity do you think oh, okay. Now I know what you mean by looking good. It's flipping, making high highs. It's just a proper parabolic move. It's good. Okay, so Safe Store. What do you want me to do with Safe Store? It's like, it's been going up and up and up. That would have been a good investment rather than even a trade. It just looks like a strong, good investment. It's a hedge fund. Yeah, from a technical aspect, as I said, there's not much for me to play with, because once you start hitting all-time highs, it's a bit of like no man's land. You don't really know what can happen next. So if you held it as an investment, then well done to you. You're a clever guy. But I don't actually know what to do with regards to a technical analysis trade. It's not giving me much to work with. So this could be one that maybe I could draw a line here. That could be one, maybe a retracement back. I don't know. I'm just freestyling it here because, but once again, it's kind of like the same thing as the Centrica move, but for the other way around. It's made a big move already, so this wouldn't be the time for me to enter, because I'd probably be liable to wait for it to reverse. Obviously it's a go long. Yeah, I understand that, but like entering it where it is now wouldn't be the best move for me. I'd wait for a retracement. Maybe I'd wait for. Obviously, this point was an old resistance, and now it's a new support. So I'd wait for price to potentially retest this line, just go back down, and then come back up, and then maybe here. That's where I take a long position, because I'm all about minimizing risk. I want to go long because, as you can see, the overall movement of this stock is upwards, but it's all about catching it at a point where the most minimal risk is taken. So rather than catching it when it's had 2 days of explosive green candles, wait for it to retrace a little bit, and then catch it as it starts making another upturn. As you can see, look, MACD, RSI all overbought. It's overbought here. It's overbought here. So like look at when it was last overbought. So you want it to retrace the same way as here. You'd want it to retrace and catch it here, go long here, and then ride it. So I'll do the same for here. So this was a good one. Maybe I'll set an alert on the line here, and then potentially if it hits that line, I'll get a message, and then I could probably take it long from there. That's a good one to look at. We got Virgin Atlantic as well. Virgin Galactic, sorry. Virgin Galactic. Yeah. See, it's kind of the same thing. I see what you're doing and I like it, but it's all about catching it before the move has already been made rather than catching it halfway through the move. Sound like I'm broke a record here, but I'll show you what I mean. So this is good, but let me give you an example of what I mean. I was just looking around at some stocks recently, and I saw JMAT. JMAT looks like a JMAT to me. Looks like a good short, because look at it. It spent from like from like August to January, it's just spent making like a sideways channel move, but the 180-day simple moving average has kind of started like curving down slowly, ever so slightly, but it's curving down. And these last two waves, it was making lower highs, lower highs, broke the support, broke out of the support, retraced back to the old support as a new resistance, and now looks like it's about to carry on going down. MACD, RSI, all kind of giving me bearish signs, kind of. So this is the type of moves I like, because look, even if I'm wrong, it's like a low risk trade, because if you look here, this looks like it's selling off. It looks like it's going to sell off. So from my analysis, it looks like it's going to continue here. So and let me use some Fibonacci's to see if there's anything else going on here. So like even the Fibonacci's, look at that. Look at the Fibonacci retracement. Look at that. Awesome stuff. Let me go to the 4-hour chart. So I did a Fibonacci on it. And look. So here is the 0%. Here is the 23%. Here is the 61%. So it's respecting the Fibonacci. And now, to me, I think this is going to sell off. So this would be a great short. And why I like this short is because it's a good short that looks like I've caught it at the right time. So that means that I could potentially short this and risk maybe 180 pips, something like that, and potentially gain 350. So that's what I'm talking about. It's a good risk to reward ratio. What's up, Stacks, aka UK Trader? Yeah, so I'm risking about 180 to make like 150, about 350. So that's just under a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which is all right. If you want to risk £1 to make £2, sounds like a good payoff. So and it's a clear, the where the stop loss is clear. The stop loss is just above this recent peak, because with the retracement, every time it retraces, it retraced. Every time it fell, it retraced back, fell, retraced back, fell, retraced back. So it's already done the retrace. So any upward motion past this point would be a breaker pattern. So I could happily short this, knowing that if it broke past about 2790 or something like that, then I'd see, okay, this pattern is reversed, I'm out, whatever. But then I would have risked 180. So there's a clear point at which you can set your stop loss. It's clearly defined. The stock is JMAT, Johnson Matthey PLC. I'll type it for you. Yeah. So okay, so that's one of the stocks I just saw today that I thought that's a good one to potentially short. I might be wrong, as I said. I might actually short this on my 50k challenge trade. It's not really going so well so far. I've had one win and I'm in 2 red positions, but I might take this as a short for that one. Then I'm on to BLND. So blind BLND. Look at this. This one is one that I was so upset about, because I actually noticed this one around here, and I said it was going to go long, and I said sometimes I leave my arrows just to see what happened. And this one was one of those ones that it's the one that got away kind of thing. I caught this one here, and I said this is going to go all the way up to there, and it did. But I didn't have the nerve, because when it started retracing, I just kind of lost my nerve, and I didn't see it through, so I didn't really make the profit I should have made. But I believe it's doing the same again. I believe it's JMAT has found a pattern of, so blind British Land has found a little pattern of using the 180-day simple moving average as a little bit of like a support line. It's done it here, and it's doing it again here. It's double bottomed as it's done before. So this is a repeated pattern. So it's double bottomed, and then it's come up. So I believe it's going to do the same again here. I believe the pattern's repeating itself. Wait, so my WhatsApp web is making noise. Let me get rid of that. So yeah, I believe it's going to do the same thing again here and go all the way up to this line. This line is a kind of a bit of it's a resistance, but it's struggled to break out of that line. So I wouldn't want to predict anything past that line. But once again, if it's showing you a pattern, just follow what it's giving you. Don't try and do anything extra. So let me go back down to the 4-hour chart. As you can see here, it's kind of doing that thing that patterns do, where it's kind of ebbing and flowing, making higher highs, and it's going to climb here. So I believe from here to here, what am I doing? From here to here. Okay, third time's a charm. All right, from here to here, that's 47 pips, and you can risk about 40. So it's not great. It's a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, but I'm pretty confident about this. And I believe that even though it's 1-to-1, because you'd be trying to make 48 and you're trying to risk about 40, I believe if you enter this trade and it starts going up, you can set your stop loss just underneath here, because as it stands, it looks like the way the motion this charts are going is that it's making higher, it ebbs and flows, so it goes up, then it retraces back down, goes up, retraces back down. So you might have caught it halfway through the second wave. So I could imagine price would do something like this. Let me show you. It'd do something like this. It'll go up a little bit more, retrace back down. So what you could do is that enter a long position. When it retraces, you let it curve back, and once it starts curving up, you can set your stop loss here, and then you could just keep moving it. So you move your stop loss as it keeps retracing and going back up, so that at least you're locking in a little bit of profit each time, and just wait for it to go all the way up to the top. But you have to just be very disciplined to not move your stop loss too quickly, otherwise you might get stopped out because you were too tight with it. Let it come back down, let it curve, let it start making upward movements as well, then you move your stop loss up so you can lock in those profits as you go along. What is all that noise coming from my laptop? Alright, cool. No more noise coming from the laptop. Random one for you guys, actually. I'm just going to go off left field a little bit. I saw this article. It's really interesting. There's this thing called the Bloomberg Terminal. It's what all the major traders use, in institutional traders. And these terminals normally cost about £20,000 or something. So like any Joe Blogs like me can never afford it. But it's really useful. And there's this company called Atom that are trying to create one, like a terminal type thing, that's just for retail traders, so it's going to cost nothing. I don't know how they're making money off of this, but like anything these days, these VC funds companies are funding them, so they don't really need to determine the profit at the beginning. So if you want to win on Wall Street, blah blah blah, it's insufficient. But Bloomberg terminals will cost a whopping 24k a year. So but Atom are trying to make something similar to a Bloomberg terminal, but for free. So it's something I'm going to look into. I'm going to try and get one. Maybe see if I can review it or something. Might try to ask them to send me one. Never know. Don't get, but it looks like kind of interesting. I know it's just random one gone off field, but yeah, it'd be really interesting to test something like this out. Anyway, back to the trading. Back to our regularly scheduled trading. All right, another one for you. So I covered BLND, covered JMAT. Sorry. Was it GSK? Was it GSK? GlaxoSmithKline. Is it GSK? No, it's not that one. It's what am I looking at? Cron. I think I've just become emotionally attached to Cron. It's like I feel like a bad wife, man. Like I keep believing in Cron, and it keeps letting me down. It keeps hurting me, but I still believe in it anyway. That was a bad analogy. I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, Like Kron, I still believe this yellow arrow. I still believe it's gonna happen. Still believe it's gonna happen. If you watch my video on how to make 100% returns, my number one stock to make 100% returns on was Kron, because I believe it's in that hyped wave cycle where it there's a lot of hype around it, which is why it went up a lot. Then people sold out positions, and then the hype crashed, and it crashed. And now I believe it's gonna regain all that it's lost, but at a more moderate pace, like this, a bit like Bitcoin did. So I think this would be the greatest time to enter to put some money in Kron, because I don't think it's gonna go any lower than about 600. I don't think it's ever gonna go lower than this again. That's my opinion. And the 100 and the technicals are kind of supporting my theory. The 180-day simple moving average is coming underneath it, and I believe it's gonna start climbing up. I don't know when, because it's just been moving sideways for like God knows how long. How long has it been moving sideways for? 2 months. 2 months has been moving sideways. So I wouldn't call this a trade. If you wanted to get into this, I wouldn't call it a trade. I'd call it an investment, because I don't know how long you're going to be holding it. But in my heart of hearts, in my heart, and you shouldn't trade with your heart, so don't listen to me. It's not in my heart. I believe Kron is going to the moon. So if it even just gets back to where it was before, that's a 200% gain. I don't know what time frame, so don't quote me on this, but I do believe this is the lowest it's going to get, and that's just my opinion, just based off of the research I've done about Kron and about the marijuana industry as a whole. It's really cheap right now. I don't think it's going to be any cheaper than it was. I'm still kicking myself about not getting into Tesla when it was about $180. So this is going to be my penance. This is how I'm gonna get back all the potential ROI I could have gained from Tesla. This is going to be what's going to do it for me. So, yeah, Kron. I've sang its praises so much that if this flops, then at least you guys have seen me. You got recorded evidence of me praising and bigging it up. But yeah. What other stocks? I've been ranting and raving. I've just been rambling. Another one is AISX. Where is it? All right, this is a good one. This is a good one. This is ASIX Advanced 6, which is, I think, is a gaming company. Yeah, I think it's a gaming company. This one looks juicy, man. Like, this is a expanding wedge, but it's a falling expanding wedge. It's been coming up and down, ebbing and flowing. And what I see here is that it looks like it's gonna break out of this line. I can see it breaking out of this line at any point within the next couple of days. Because look at this. This is a resistance that it hasn't seemed to have broken out. This is like a little bit of a false breakout, but it hasn't broken out of it since. But what I like to see with these type of things is that when it hits I always say that a resistance or support is a bit like a glass ceiling or glass floor, and when price comes in contact with a resistance or support, it's a bit like getting a sledgehammer to the glass. It may not break it the first time, but it weakens it every time it hits it, and each time it hits it more is a closer chance that it's going to break through. And right now, price is really hitting this resistance, hitting it once, hitting it twice. I believe it's going to hit it a third time. I believe at some point it's going to break through within the next couple of days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an alert on this line, and I believe this is an optimal point to take a long position. The one of the MACD again. Once again, after this just comes with experience. The MACD to the normal eye, it looks like it's going to just curve back down, but right now it's curved down and then it's flatlined, and it looks like it wants to start coming back up again, kind of like here where it went like that. So I believe this is what's going to do here, which kind of goes in line with what I see here. So here I'm going to draw a line here on this, and I believe this is going to just climb and break up and go up. So this would be a great place to take a long position, and I believe this is gonna ASX is gonna climb. Yeah, a little bit shorter than last time. I'm a bit gassy. I don't know what I've eaten. But yeah, gave you a couple of good stocks. I gave you AISX. I gave you gold. I gave you BLND. I gave you JMAT. Couple from you guys. Centrica and Safe Store. I'm gonna actually put some of those on my watch list. But yeah, it's me, aka the Noctrader, signing out.